More law. More laws than 20 years ago. Abbe Gregor, parish priest of Embermin. Mon père, the rules of our order forbid us from taking part in secular affairs. It is through prayer and prayer alone that we shall save the souls of whom the Lord, in his holy grace, decides to call back into him. I entrust you with the reliquary of our brotherhood and pray that you, as well as those who seek shelter by our side in the refractory of our convent, will keep safe from destruction that befalls us. May God keep you and protect you, and no sexual secular affairs. Father Attain, Friar of the Order of the Observance, Friar's Manor.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
A moment. There's a lot of people to talk to. I'll get to you.
About my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion.
They're using human souls.
They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis.
No!
Essence permeates the purgatory described by
How would anyone have guessed this?
The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
About that, I may have been eaten a few souls myself. Souls of noble warriors, and they may not get to see the afterlife or anything. But I needed it to level up.
I believe there is always hope, Aegis.
I've started only with the souls of the week, but you know we've started moving on to a bit
about the three Nemes,
better souls.
the echoes, all of
The
this
three
is clearly
Nemes.
related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist.
Precisely, mon
He
ami.
was that eager to join in the conversation. He's like a word, Aegis, and he's come join in.
Alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago.
Not him, per se.
His
Rather,
soul.
a heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
Maybe his soul is in the robot.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear?
Me
Nearly 2
eating
months
his
ago,
soul?
The king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques-de-la-Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly
Hotel
removed.
Devon?
They hardly even had time to save the church's
I
sacred
know that's not what he
relics.
said, but
Since then, only our Father in heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Oh dear.
making robots.
Flamel.
Rising
My
souls.
thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his Lapis Philosophorum.
Lapis lazuli.
What is the Lapis Philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone.
Harry Potter and the Lapis Philosophorum.
Nature, or even what it might look like. All that is
I know in
known
America it's the
is
Sorcerer's
that it is
Stone, but
said
it's
to
the
grant
Philosopher's Stone
untold
here.
riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost.
Where is this tomb?
In the church's crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect
Yeah.
it. We need to know for certain.
Might be a problem.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
How?
Aegis.
We have Aegis, the automat
We
killer.
must get to the bottom of this.
Did you
How
not
can we
say
possibly
it was
get there?
impossible to enter the church?
For a
There is
human.
perhaps a solution. The penitence door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Why, thank you. There was a bit that I didn't get to ask you
Goodbye,
back
mon
there. Oh, they actually did move up here to join in the conversation. That's actually interesting. They didn't just teleport there for the cutscene. They actually moved closer for the conversation.
How is your research on Nick?
I have done nothing yet.
Don't take too long, Aegis. Don't forget that the tomb is in the crypt of the Église Saint-Jacques-de-la-Boucherie, under the cemetery. The church isn't far from the Hôtel de Ville.
Oh, I don't get to ask you about the one thing that I didn't get to ask you about because it was in the second option, huh?
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to
Yeah, I
leave
got
our
teleported
shelter
here.
in Saint-Merry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Okay,
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix, Aegis.
I shall. I will get you. You seem very important. It doesn't matter, I think. From Akin, Saint Dominique, 20th of March, 1789. God willing, this letter will reach you before the Estates General. We encourage you to rage while at Versailles, not merely stick to agricultural issues. We must argue that we have no deputies, and that whatever the representatives demand should not be the law for us. Stand strong and fight the contempt they have for us. We also recommend that you speak with Monsieur Necker. His charitable work exudes humanity and hint that he is a man who is open to the oppressed. Farewell and good health, your friend and brother, François Raymond.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very
Okay,
pleased
we
to see
already
you.
immediately speak to him from
Very
picking up his
unwise
letter.
of us to leave the Societe without such a capable bodyguard as yourself.
I was going to
It
speak
is
to
a
you.
miracle that we got here safely.
What did you urgently need to talk to me
To
about?
talk to me about.
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, Monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of there.
Massiac and
House
Masons?
some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the empire. Those from Saint-Domingue
see.
and the Petite Santé, our most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago,
Unfortunately, you have to suffer some bad people's
set up some
company.
business with the Admiralty. When I overheard a conversation between 2 planters from Bastère, if they are to be
Bastards!
the Club de Massiac is plotting
The
to-
bastards! They live in Bastère.
This is
And they are
Claude
bastards.
Sommet. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night
Jeez.
without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
I mean, you can literally call him a Bastère and get away with it because he's from
What
Bastère.
makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly
you
do accuse
racist?
me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
Oh,
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood. I would
free
be
them and
condemned
just
to
hire
most
them.
abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There
Okay.
you don't find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage.
There you
And
go.
my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as
Why is he
quickly as
wearing a
possible.
neck curtain?
Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hôtel de Massiac alive.
I like how they all had to come chime in on that conversation. Yeah, hiring them and paying them a fair weekly living wage is, you know, it's the start of society, and you know, everyone able to earn a living wage and not be slaves. Yeah, you should free them and hire them at a fair living wage. But I understand your plight as well. But, you know, they're not wrong. And they're all on your side as well. They're just like, you know, it works for me, and I free them and pay them fairly. Everyone that works for me, you know, that's
Did
the
you
way
go
it should
to the
be.
Hotel de Massiac?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Remember,
Had more to speak
it's
about.
by Les Halles, just west of the Marché des Innocents.
What is the aim of this organization?
We publish articles and exert our influence.
Okay, I
on
think
those
that
who are
we've
in a
already-
position to improve. Our numbers grow by, and we have
Yeah,
made
we've already
more-
spoke about
Yes,
these
alas, I
things.
hope to-
Okay. Yep, we'll leave it at that.
See you later, perhaps.
Perhaps. What's going to happen to him? Perhaps. That's a strange thing to say as a robot. God, we've rescued a lot of people, huh?
Mademoiselle, I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois. These pages were written using some sort of shorthand. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no chemist. You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Someone had acids injected into them? Oh, do you mean acid as in, like, the drug acid, not an acid that, like, you know, melts things? Maybe.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
What the heck is prussic acid?
What is prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blood.
Why don't you ask him from yourself? He's right next to you.
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison of the most dangerous sort. Though at weaker doses, it merely induces a deep soporific state, or a coma, if you will.
A deadly poison.
Aegis, is everything all right?
How do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately,
Pour these fights into the Queen?
For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot.
Come back to the
Something
Queen.
that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my
Assume
full attention.
it's afoot.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past
Okay.
2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing.
See,
Do you realize what this means?
the robots have
Gunpowder
taken
could
it.
have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether
Why
it is
would
still
you
in the warehouse
assemble that
or
much
has
gunpowder
fallen
together
into our
then?
hands, we must find it urgently.
It's
Then,
enough to
if
blow up
possible,
half of
we
Paris.
must neutralize it.
How?
Simply
Pour it
by
into the
placing it in
water,
contact with
yeah.
water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations, and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with
Moral
it.
compass decision?
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Bye, Lafayette. No one asked you to be part of this conversation. Hi, he told me what the thing
I
means.
found this penknife there. I was struck with a vision as soon as I picked it up. I saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson running from the Comte de Cagliostro. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking in the Luxembourg Gardens when suddenly Athénaïs jumped out from our hiding place like a wild animal. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden. hidden by vegetation between two statues.
I mean, I could have probably found a thing hidden between two statues. Why is this shiny over here? Just the light shining down. So what is this floating invisible cup? It's part of the light fit. No? Because we would see the rest of it, surely. Then what is this floating invisible cup? That does not exist in shadow. Hi, I'm gonna read your thing before I speak to you, or pick it up. Lamu, the Purple, a political and impartial journal by Marat. Our wheels are, with finesse, audacity, and tenacity, if they're not employed in favour of the common good. The people shall not forget that a year ago, Monsieur Necker signed the Pact of Organized Famine. By announcing in the summer of 1788 the threat of a shortage to come, he deliberately stoked the high cost of bread and used inflation as a pretext. He established the public monopoly, depriving bakers of their freedom to procure their supplies as they see fit. This, dear readers, is how a philanthropist has monopolized all the grain in the kingdom to allow his accomplices to benefit from speculation. His friends, ministers, lords, heads of the judiciary, and all the clever scoundrels were involved in his plot. Together, these brigands built a profitable business of misfortunes to the kingdom with the support of all the servants and whores of the court. I punish free citizens, and it will relentlessly pursue Monsieur Necker as long as he remains at the helm of the kingdom's affairs. It will reveal his true intent if I try to speed up and read that last little bit, but... Damn it. Okay, now we need to wait for it to scroll, because I'm not allowed to manually scroll. Now, I'm curious how many souls we did lose. You know, but I'm sure it's not that many, right? When we died, I mean, I can consult the video footage back, but... Fine. My pen is free citizens, and it will relentlessly pursue Monsieur Necker as long as he remains at the helm of the kingdom's affairs. It will reveal his crimes until unable to escape the righteous anger of the people. The starver seeks to save himself by taking flight and eating bread. Robespierre?
Eh bien. Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I haven't left the room.
Authority that he is in the quarries in Montmartre. He's the only person who could show you a way to reach the Bastille. Don't forget.
Okay.
Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Oh, far from it, madame. The situation is hopeless. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the Patriots would not be able to fight.
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try.
So the gunpowder's useless then?
Fear, one so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad.
Hello, Born Robin! Hello, hello! How's your day going?
Impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
My chat's playing up. It keeps going and connecting and unconnecting. So if I miss any chat, feel free to repeat.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
You mean like all the other Vestals that we've been activating?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim...
just cruising by to say goodnight. No worries, thank you for popping by. Hopefully you have a good night yourself.
Odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered
I need
around.
to maybe pay attention to this. This might be important.
My observations.
But I do appreciate you coming popping by to say hello.
Lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion without needing a key to...
No, they've been stealing souls, and we have already established that.
Now that I think about it, madame.
Everyone loves to chime in. I'll get to speak properly in a moment.
Of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we
They want me to break all of the checkpoints.
Find a way to destroy them.
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals.
They want to break the bonfires.
Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, very good.
They're not going to let me speak.
And zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy imaginable, as long as you have a fortune.
Can they make me a
invest.
weapon of
Our
that?
clockwork tyrant knows no bounds.
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it?
They
Certainly.
look like they're made of
But a
stone.
mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend
Acid.
sulfuric acid.
Not the polyaric
If you
acids?
prefer to use its common name.
Vitriol.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory...
I think we got vitriol.
I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
I'm fairly sure we got vitriol. But yeah, thank you for popping by, Robin. I appreciate you popping by to say goodnight. Hopefully you have a good night and a good sleep. And yeah, I did pop by while you were doing some puzzle building earlier, and I don't know what else you might have been doing. I didn't get to unmute because I was technically still at work, so you know I lurked without sound on. But you know I had a pop by, but I do appreciate you popping by, and hopefully you have a good night. I don't know how much I'm gonna get to stream over the coming weeks because busy. But you know we're doing bits and bobs here and there. But yeah, thank you for popping by, and I hope you do have a good night and a good sleep, and hopefully the rest of your Jingle Jam goes good. Okay, I'm fairly sure we've already got vitriol. Lavoisier, I already have vitriol, I think.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I have vitriol.
where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that.
I thought I already had
Ask my
it.
colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Okay, I'll get the gunpowder as well. Right, now... Nope, he teleported me over here, though. Robespierre, did we finish our discussions? You really have nothing else to say to me, huh? Not even allowed to attempt to speak to you.
Monsieur de Mirabeau,
I found a
what does
crumpled
this letter
letter.
mean?
Who gave you the right to read my correspondence?
I'm curious about how you got rid of it earlier. As if it burned your fingers.
To tell you the truth, you're not entirely wrong. It is a missive sent by my father, the Marquis de Mirabeau, the scoundrel who shamelessly dares to call himself the friend of man.
Friend
He
of the
writes to
man.
say that he is on the brink of death, in such a desperate state that he has received extreme unction. This reprobate uses his final moments on this mortal plane to send me threats yet again. He swears that he will torment me from beyond the grave.
How is that possible?
To my
As a
knowledge,
robot.
he has not yet deigned to shuffle off this mortal coil. In any case, the satisfaction of knowing he is dead would not assuage my concern. This man is more persistent than the plague. He's capable of anything. He has spent his entire life persecuting his family. And I believe he is ready to spend his eternal rest continuing.
So he's gonna be a
to
robot.
need to know what he's planning.
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. Given the circumstances, going to ask him for an explanation is out of the question. But the man who heard his final confession is here.
Monseigneur de la Fare.
Precisely. Only this confounded shaveling refuses to tell me a word of what the old dragon confided to him. He
Shaveling.
stubbornly insists on the secrecy of confession. Bon sang. Will we ever be rid of these damned superstitions? Aegis, would you be so kind as to intercede with the bishop? Perhaps you will be able to make him change his mind.
Which guy in here is the bishop? So there's still another thing to talk to you
Were
about.
you able to speak with Monseigneur de la Fare?
No.
No. Not yet.
I haven't left the room.
Minister Necker claims that you are a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
That old story. Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the King's chambers.
What lock could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Oh, I see.
Maybe you got the key.
Well, let me think. Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. Nothing that can resist the expertise of our dear Monsieur Bailly. Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now,
So I need to go speak to Barley for two things.
Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter to attend to.
You are forgiven for everything.
In that case,
Is he?
It has been a pleasure, madam.
We forgive him all his sins? Who are we to do that? And all of a sudden he has vanished. Who are we to forgive him all his sins? Bali.
Have you located Adonais' hiding place?
No, but you've got something else I need from you.
Look carefully. Remember, it's on the edge of the garden, between two statues, hidden amongst the plants.
On that affair.
Looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to be unbreakable.
Just came back to report that it's nice. 2 milli. Well done, everyone.
I know my way around lenses, filters, racks.
I haven't got the 2 milli music, but you know, it's good that they've raised 2 milli, and that's £2 million, so that's like almost $3 million, right? I know the exchange rate's not that good anymore.
So that we might ask him.
He has left. A matter that could not wait.
Excuse me.
Right, it's always, they hit the 1 milli while I'm streaming, they hit the 2 milli while I'm streaming, I missed it all.
What's so important that he would put himself in such danger?
That's all milestones this year. But yeah, that's really good that they've raised 2 million. It's only the 9th day and they've got 2 million already. So wow, you know, well done everyone that raised, and you can't underestimate how much that is for charity. Like, it's a lot.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
One
I
word
would
of
like
faith.
to access the contents of a safe that is supposedly unbreakable. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance?
You can blow it up.
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my...
No, but people have already said where I can get some
I
gunpowder.
apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness? I suspect he knows full well whatever he's playing at. Where is the animal?
He ran
we can ask
away.
him what's truly going on.
He has left. He had an urgent matter to attend to.
Eh bien, I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, I might be able to find a solution. But given the circumstances, I'm sadly not in a position to help you.
I understand.
You want me to already get some gunpowder? I've already talked to you about the vitriol, right?
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal, I can't tell you any. You should ask my colleague. He uses similar.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Did I talk to you about the vitriol?
Have you located Adonais'
No.
Look.
What about the vitriol?
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have.
Salt
I'll go to
and
the
copper.
Louvre and take a look at the observatory storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame.
Ah, key. Perfect. Thank you.
Bye, Monsieur B.
Just what I needed. Will you speak to me now, Roboscope? Robespierre. Is he a robot? Robespierre?
Has anyone
Back.
seen Monsieur de Mirabeau?
Left.
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I have done nothing yet.
Don't take too long. Don't forget that the tomb is in the crypt of the egg. The church
Yeah. Okay, you got nothing else to say, but you're very eager to talk about the guy going missing. You had nothing to say before, but maybe you got something else now. Oh.
Monseigneur, I would like to talk to you about your recent meeting with the Marquis de Mirabeau.
Marquis de Mirabeau.
To all of you, this has gone on long enough. I will
There's some very narrow eyes
you've
you've got there.
They will finally leave me alone. Nothing and no one will make me violate the secrecy of his confession. Have I made myself
What did he do?
Perfectly clear, Monseigneur.
Okay, so he's the bad guy. Got it. Got it. We should be very suspicious of he. Necker?
Monsieur Necker.
Madame?
We've already spoke about that. Lafayette?
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
I haven't got to the cavalry squadron yet. I'll get around to it. Okay, we finally talked to everyone. Right, compass. Report the findings to the Queen. Why is the Queen here? And Athena's hiding place. I mean, report the findings to the Queen is kind of close. Feel like we can do that one without getting murdered. Oh, right. We need to ride the cart. Well, I'm not going to go unless I write her a letter. Maybe I just write her a letter. Correspondence. There we go. We'll just send her a letter. Her Majesty the Queen, Madame, I am enclosing a transcript of Dr. Lemonier's autopsy report, relating you as to the circumstances of your eldest son's death and the culpability of your husband. Okay. Monsieur de Mirabeau, 24th, 11 o'clock. My dear Eugene, tell me the disaster about. Killing everything in sight, right under my windows. Okay. I mean, we've responded to the Queen. We haven't responded to Monsieur Eugene. Upgrade. How much is it to upgrade? 10,000? We're so close. To eat a soul. Or two. How are these mysterious robots parent eating all the souls of the dead? About that, we're not doing that. We would never eat the souls of the dead. Okay, so let's go find Thanies's hiding place. This is an ambush. The Recluse of the Abyss? Hang on, what the heck's the Recluse of the Abyss? Where did that appear from? Is that because I wrote to the Queen? That's a response back from the Queen, isn't it? What's this? Okay, maybe shortcuts? Can I open this door? No. Ow. How rude. Okay, this way seems to be the way to this, so I'm gonna go this way. That's it. Maybe it's not. Don't mind me, just swipe my legs. Yeah, maybe up there is a better place. Oh, you can get back up there, Aegis. Okay, up here might allow us to traverse to where we need to get to the hiding place a lot easier. Or I can just literally land down exactly where we were probably already seeing. gates that aren't open. And none at all. Okay, so we're going the long way around then. And nothing that I can zip zap zoop up to there. There is up here though, isn't there? Maybe this is the long way round. I feel like this is the long way round. Oh, good. Okay, there's a thing. The Recluse of the Abyss. Boing. Okay, we've got a zoom to get to that, which we didn't have before. An improved flame glades. I mean, we're kind of stronger. Can't open that gate from this side, no matter what. Ouch. That's not a heal. That's a compass. That doesn't help us in any way, shape, or form. Okay. I mean, I'll sit in the Vestal. Let's just, you know, get the thing. But I do appreciate the reports of the 2 milli. Good update. Okay, we opened this shortcut with the Kiki power. We've got another Vestal here. Oop. Oh! Is it in the boss room? Surely not. Okay, so it's on the other side of the castle. Which we'll find our way there somehow. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum. Okay, we don't need to rest to that one because it's basically the same as the other Vestal. Oh, come on. Hi. Sorry. Okay, you won that battle of, like, I will block, you block. Did you parry, I parry? You won that one. You won that parry off. Because he could reparry our reparry. And then I ran out of stamina until he ultimately won the reparry off. He just kept reparrying because he was constantly holding his shields. So we can't just parry and reparry he. You know, if we attack while he parry, he constantly reparry. Okay, this is the way through the sewers. Hi. What's over here? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing. Hey, out! Out! Out the hole. Okay. Hyena's hiding place. I mean, I guess it might have been a bit more challenging to find in this garden, now that I realise where it is. Because we've already been here. Oh, and it's right back here in this corner that we kind of ruled out. Because, you know, it's like, what was the point in this, right? 2 statues. But we were already here. Aha. Was this way always open? No, I'm guessing this was locked before, and now it's open because of plot place.
A fight took place here.
This was definitely locked off before, because I would have absolutely came in there. Absolutely. Found a thing. Got a statue. There's a hiding place. There's more loot as well. Handwritten notice scrawled across the page of this book. It is here, in the sacred temple of nature, where, fleeing the company of men, I enjoy my cherished solitude, that I feel closest to you. Who would believe that I never met you, yet you are here, by my side, tender and protective? Will we ever see each other again? Monsieur Diderot seems not to believe it, and though it gives me, and the thought gives me a chill, dyslexic. I want to believe in heaven, my dear maman, and believe that you are waiting for me there. Ah, Did she die? And she thinks he's gonna be in heaven waiting for her. Even though they've never met. Bismuth? Carriage token? Does that take us somewhere special? Okay, hiding place.
Franciscus Antonius.
Broken cane.
What unusual names.
Question everyone at the
Could this
convent
be?
about this. Oh no.
The Cordelia can enlighten me.
Oh no. Time to talk to everyone at the convent again. About this. Everybody at the convent must know something. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I know that we've got to go through the sewers again. Perhaps. But at the very least, we don't go around in the gardens in this back corner. But at the same time, it's like, did I miss something? I know I meant to go out that gate. But what if I missed something back here? What if? Now that we have new powers. What if I missed something? Oh, come on. You can't go over that invisible wall. Okay, lots of robots. Robots in the sky. Hi, who's attacking me? Please don't. Did he just interrupt my run with that slammy thing? Anything else in here? Hi. Hi. Nothing interesting down there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. We got over that before. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, nothing over. There was stuff around that corner, but it wasn't anything interesting. Question the people at the convent. Any more interesting secrets? Right, so we've done all of this, and we're back to here again. The recluse. The abyss. This is a dead end, isn't it? I may have messed up. Oop, okay, no, I can make the jump. Does that get us anywhere? That's the hole in the fence that I'm looking for. You sure you can't just jump this fence, Aegis? I feel like you can jump that fence, you know. Still don't know how to get up there. Like, there's definitely loot up there. It's not letting me. Not letting me get up there. Maybe I need to kill all the things there. Ah, but now we can dash. Which we couldn't do before. Or could we? Maybe we could do that before. The Recluse of the Abyss. Correspondent. Maybe the essence of a revolutionary spirit. Maybe it's a travel to get to a thing for the recluse. Oh, come on, Aegis. Maybe it's a very, very pixel precise jump. I don't know. It does feel like I'm supposed to be able to get up there, and that's the way in to get to the other side where that loot is. And it seems to be the only way. There's no other way. What would this exist for if it's not to get to that? There's not a door there. Okay, maybe they just opened the door eventually. Okay, there is a ledge up there that thing does jump down from. But I can't get up there this way. Is there a way over there? I don't really want to have to bother fighting you, but... You know, if you insist. You insist. I was looking over the fence. I don't really see a way through over there either. To be fair. Were there even any enemies between us and the Bastille? No. There another path down? There might be another path down. I don't know. Right, let me in. I need to speak to some people about this cane.